Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial, guys, on a brand new pumpkin and melon farm. That was great, guys. I wanted to create something completely different and even more simplified compared to my previous design, and I have this entire design based on a timing system and not a butt switch. Now, this bad boy here is about 70 blocks long, and it's a lag-free design, and that's because only a certain amount of pistons are going off in this entire design, which make this extremely efficient, and you can really make this to any scale that you want without having that worry that, maybe it's going to cause a lot of lag in your world, cause too many headaches, etc., etc. This is the best solution. Now, the cool thing also is that you have all the items that are going to get pushed forward right into that chest right there. And in all honesty, guys, I've had this running for a few hours and I have not wasted not one item. Because sometimes you might get a few stragglers that might fall to the side. But because it's based on this timing system, it gets pushed right towards the center and you're good to go. So you don't lose anything. And we also have a light indication system to let you know when items are going in that chest at that exact moment. Now, enough talking. Make sure you pause the video and have this set up before you start. Now, that gray area is the 8x8, and that little brown spot in the middle represents where the actual chest will be located, which is about on the third row or third block area from the back. Now, we're going to go right here in the center, guys, and we're going to place two hoppers facing each other. See? Right in the center. Now, you're going to place two comparators right here going forward towards the back. And you're going to place a block right there and right there with a redstone torch on the side of it. Then you're going to place a repeater going forward towards the block. A block. Well, we're actually going to delete these 4 blocks right over here. And we're going to place a dropper right there and a hopper going forward. Then you're going to place one item inside. Now, that's going to create a quick pulse. And don't worry, guys, it's all going to make sense. Then you can place a block on top of it. And right inside, guys, you're going to place a comparator with a repeater going forward. And make sure you put it on full delay or 4 ticks. Fantastic. Then on top of those 2 items, guys, you're going to place a hopper facing each other like so. See? Then you're going to place a block behind that repeater. And then you're going to place a comparator going forward like so. And the same on this side. Now what we have here is a silent item timer. Then you're going to delete this straight row of blocks like so. And add a straight line of redstone dust from that point and right across. Fantastic. Then you're going to add 2 droppers going side by side with a hopper going forward. Now, this is also going to create a quick pulse as well. And you're going to place one item of dirt, or whatever you want to use, inside of it. Fantastic. Then you're going to place a block right in front of it on both ends. Then you're going to place a comparator and 1 repeater going forward. And repeat the same thing on the opposite side. And we have the timer set up plus the pulse to really activate the entire system. Now, right here in the center, guys, you're going to place your droppers going upwards. Then you're going to place an observer block right over here. The activation part facing inwards on both sides. And a block right behind the droppers. Then you're going to place a comparator going forward. And you're going to make sure you activate it, okay? Then some redstone dust. Then you're going to place 1 repeater right there so that it can activate the observer block. And then another repeater on the opposite side with a block in front of it. Some redstone dust there. And a repeater going forward to create the rapid pulse. Now this is what's going to shoot the items upwards. So it's going to detect the items and so forth. Now place an observer block, activate it, some redstone dust, a repeater so that I can activate that observer block, Another repeater on the opposite side going the opposite direction with a block in front of it, some redstone dust, and the repeater going forward once again to create that rapid pulse and shoot the items right, well, the second they get right into that dropper. And on top of that dropper, guys, you're going to place one large chest and 2 redstone lamps, if you want to, right on top of those blocks, and that's going to let you know when items are going in. And we got the majority of the redstone done. That's the hardest part of this whole thing. Now, you're going to place a straight line of hoppers, like so, and you're going to bring it back as long as you want, right? I didn't really specify this because I want you to choose how big you want to make your system. It's pretty much your choice. So you bring that to your desired length and how big you want to make this. So if you guys hear any background noise, I do live in New York. And at this point, guys, you're going to place a repeater on both sides going forward to the same length. See? And there's a lot of repeaters, but trust me, it's going to create that awesome effect. And it's going to make this work perfectly. And on top of each repeater, you're going to place an observer block on both sides, like so. Then you shouldn't have this kind of look. Now, right over here, side by side, you can place your block of choice. Could be any block right across, all the way to the back. And those blocks are going to be in the soldered parallel once again with the repeaters. And trust me, it's going to make sense. And this is more of an optional feature, and I'm going to explain more in depth why, what I'm doing. Now, once you've done that, and you have that straight row right across, right here, these 4 box spacing here, you're going to cover that entire section with dirt, and you're going to bring that all the way to the back parallel to the last repeater. You see, that's going to be all the dirt and pretty much the planting area you're going to use. Now guys, you don't have to, but for realism, add some water in between. It's going to do 2 things. It's going to make the ground look very nice once you start planting it, and it makes it a little more realistic. And in all honesty, it's completely optional. It's not going to make your pumpkins or melons grow any faster, but it's more of an option. And at this point, you're going to place some sticky pistons on top of each observer block. Once again, guys, the water is optional. That's more of a realism. And I'll show you a little more later on in the video. Now, if you want to, place your block of choice right in front of those sticky pistons. I like to use glowstone because it lights it up the same way, so it has multiple functions. And on the side here, guys, we're going to start decorating. So add some wood, add some half slabs or slabs right on top. I know, it's a bad habit of me saying that. And you're going to stretch that right across and cover that entire top area. And it's going to really make it look nice and simplified. Now, once again, you're going to repeat that on the opposite side as well. Now, once you've done that on both sides, guys, you're going to place a block right there with another half slab on top of it. And right there as well. Fantastic. And in the back here, guys, what I like to do is add some stairs right there and there. And 2 pieces of half slab and a straight line of half slabs on top to really create this nice detail. So it prevents anything from really jumping over. Now, right over here, guys, you're going to really plant the land or use the hoe to really set up the dirt. Now, the reason I use the water, guys, because it makes a huge difference on how it affects that area. You see how this is wet and this isn't? This is kind of like dry. Yeah, I just love the way it looks. It kind of creates a nice realism and it makes it look rich, and I personally like it. I mean, it just makes it look nice. But like I said, the water is optional. Now, once you planted your stuff, depending on pumpkins or melons, we're going to set up the timing. Now, right over here, guys, that first one we set up, you're going to place a stack of dirt or as many items as you want, depending on how often you want this to go off, right? It's going to be a timing system, okay? Now, once you place your desired amount of items, you're then going to place 1 piece of dirt in this other set of hoppers, and you're good to go. That's it. Now, check it out. You should get this kind of effect. What's going to happen is it's going to create a quick pulse activating the droppers, right? Causing the observer blocks to push the blocks forward and retract them like so. See? And at this point, you're going to cover it up with dirt or whatever you want to use. And the design is complete, guys. It's good to go. And just really make it your own. and I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to please leave a comment and to click that subscribe button if you want to join. Thank you.